Hey guys, it's Kenny from Slurv.com, and I'm back here again to go over my favorite cash game plays for the WGC Bridgestone Invitational. Before we delve into this week's picks, let's review last week a little bit. My picks were Brendan Steele, Roberto Castro, Daniel Summerhays, and Hudson Swafford. All made the cut, but none of them really performed to what I expected them to do. Swafford and Summerhays did okay. They both finished in -4 and in 21st place. Both had it up to -6 at one point in time, but faltered a bit on the back nine, both on Saturday and Sunday. Brendan Steele made us sweat a little bit Friday trying to make the cut, which he did, but he didn't do much else, finishing in 39th place at -2. Castro made the cut, but didn't fare well on the weekend, finishing in 61st place at +1. Now, not the best week, but at least all four made the cut. Now on to the WGC Bridgestone from Firestone's South Course. Firestone is a 7,400-yard par 70. It's a long course. 8 of the 12 par 4s are over 440 yards, and the par 5 16th is one of the longest on tour, and it comes in at around 667 yards. The rough should be thick, and the course should play firm and fast, since it's supposed to be dry the whole week in Akron. There's no rain in the forecast. I actually read an article saying that the course superintendents actually don't water the greens the whole week of the tournament, so it should be playing very, very firm. I'm looking at quite a few stats this week, but the main 3 stats I'm going to be looking for are going to be strokes gained tee to green, birdie or better percentage, and par 4 scoring. This is also a no-cut event, so you can be slightly more aggressive in your lineup construction since you know all of your golfers will be playing 4 rounds. I wouldn't go stars and scrubs for cash games, but you can afford a couple of high-end guys, then I'd go for it. Due to the DK scoring, rostering guys who make a ton of birdies seems like the right play this week, even if they are susceptible to the big number. If you'd like a more detailed description of the course, my stats, and my strategy for this week, check out my article on ProjectRoto.com. It's free for everyone to read, and I go in depth in all 3 of those categories. Now, on to my picks. My first pick is going to be Brooks Koepka at $9,900. When it comes to guys above 10K, I like all of the big 3. I like DJ, I like Day, I like Spieth in cash, but to me, I'd rather have 2 high-end guys I think can win, and that is very difficult to do if you roster one of the big 3. The golfers this week under 7K are going to be very difficult to find, but since they are playing 4 days, I can somewhat get on board with rostering one of the big 3 if you can make a lineup you are comfortable with. Now let's talk about Brooks. He's $9,900. He's been hot lately, finishing 2nd at the Byron Nelson and 2nd at the St. Jude's and 13th at the U.S. Open, so you know that his form is there. When it comes to my big 3 stats this week, he's 23rd in strokes gained tee to green, 4th in par 4 scoring, and 14th in birdie or better percentage. He finished 6th at Firestone last year, and with his stellar play lately, I think he can actually do better than that. He's definitely a contender this week for the victory. My next pick. If you've been watching my videos for a while, it won't come as too much of a shock to you. It's going to be Matt Kuchar at $9,800. Like I said earlier, I want to roster 2 high-end guys who I think that can win, and I'm going to be starting my lineups with Brooks and Kuchar. Strategy-wise, I like this because I think both can win, and you'll still have plenty of cap to make a solid lineup surrounding these 2 golfers. Before the U.S. Open, Kuchar was probably the hottest player on tour, with 4 consecutive top 6 finishes and top 10s in 5 of his last 6 events. He's played Firestone 6 times, never finishing worse than 27th, and has 3 top 12s in those 6 events played here. Statistically, he's my #1 golfer for all the key stats this week. When it comes to the big 3 stats, he's 17th in birdie or better percentage, 14th in strokes gained tee to green, and 7th in par 4 scoring. I also like him in GPPs this week, which is a little different because he's usually very highly owned. But I think with his price, his sort of poor showing at the U.S. Open, and being right next to Brooks Koepka and Price, who I think personally will be very highly owned in GPPs. Maybe it will keep Kuchar's ownership at a playable level in GPPs. My third pick, it's going to be Jason Duffner at $8,500. He's a Cleveland native, so he's from the area, and he's shown that he could play this course well. When he was in great form, he finished 4th here in 2013 and 7th in 2012. He finished 66 in 2014, but his game was trending down at that period of time, and he didn't play well for a while, as you can see by him not even qualifying for this tournament in 2015. To me, his game has improved tremendously from the 2014 and 2015 seasons, and he looks more like the player he was pre-2014 when he was winning majors, winning the PGA Championship and racking up top 10s. He has 2 top 8s in his last 3 events played on tour, and his big 3 stats are solid. He's 16th in birdie or better percentage, 21st in strokes gained tee to green, and 23rd in par 4 scoring. He's another guy that I think can end up high on the leaderboard come Sunday. Yeah, my air conditioner's broke, so it's a little warm in here, so I'll be wiping my brow throughout the whole day here. So let's go to my final pick. It's going to be Kevin Na at $7,300. Na really showed me something at the U.S. Open when he shot an opening round 75, then rattled off 3 straight rounds under par to finish in 8th place. 3 rounds under par at the U.S. Open is really a great feat, even if the course is playing slightly easier with the rain at Oakmont. He's been having a solid season this year and finished 15th at Firestone just last year. He also has solid stats for the course. He's 33rd in birdie or better percentage, 40th in strokes gained tee to green, and 4th in par 4 scoring. I think a top 20 or better is definitely a possibility for Kevin Na, and at $7,300, a top 20 will be very solid for his price. So that's it for me this week. Make sure to check out my article on ProjectRoto.com. Also, check out all the other golf DFS tools Project Roto provides. The Moosonomics spreadsheet is probably the best in the business. It's the one I use every week. I also use Jabberwock's cheat sheet every week to help build my GPP lineups. He knows what he's talking about, and he's taken down a large chunk of change this year in GPPs. There is a discount for premium membership to Project Roto right now, so take advantage of that and save a few bucks for the rest of the season package. Make sure to also check out all the other guys on Slurve.com. My Fantasy Golf Degenerates podcast co-host Brad Messersmith does a GPP video for Slurve, and there are expert chats available Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon, and Wednesday nights with some of the best minds in the business. Good luck this week, and hopefully you all win some money. I'll see you next time.